What is good, NIO family? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this one I'm going to be talking about the one and only NIO stock and where I see the share price going for Monday. I'm going to give you guys my Monday price prediction for NIO and what you should be anticipating for the future. I'm also going to talk about what's going on with the whole Russia-Ukraine situation, as we have some major updates that just came out that could affect the market going forward. I'm going to talk about what the Fed is doing in response that could also affect us before I end the video by talking about what the SEC is doing and what NIO put on their Twitter page that makes me very, very bullish for the future. Now, before I say anything about this, before I talk about what I think is going to play out for NIO's future, I do have to mention some very important things first. The first thing is, as you guys know, I'm not a financial planner, so please do not take this as financial advice. Everything in this video is solely for entertainment purposes only. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. And not only benefits me, benefits the entire NIO community as a whole. And the last things, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link down below in the description. If you do sign up for Moomoo and deposit $100, you're not only going to qualify for up to 5 free stocks, each worth up to $3,500, but you're also going to have the opportunity to win up to $200,000, as Moomoo is giving away 200 grand for the new year. So if you want your chance, guys, please check out the offer down below. And with that out of the way, let's get on with the video. So looking at NIO, we're down about 1.32% for the day. Now, even though NIO is a little bit in the red, guys, I have not lost faith in this company. In fact, I'm still very, very bullish going into the upcoming months because of what is going on. But look at what's going on, guys. We can see that GME was also in the red. We're seeing a lot of companies were red too, like AMC. And as you guys know, there's a lot of shorting that happens, and a lot of day traders like to take their profits on Friday. So that obviously played a big role in NIO being a little bit in the red. But I still think that it's doing relatively well right now, because we have to talk about some very important things. So right now, guys, the market's in a very capricious state because of what's going on in Ukraine. It's very sad for me to say this, but they're getting, Russia's getting very close to the capital. They do look like they're on the edge of taking over, and it's just very sad, guys. I'm not really a fan of warfare. I really don't like seeing people suffer, but it is what's going on, and it's going to have its effects on the market. Now, even though this is going on in the market, it didn't necessarily take a huge hit, at least like for today and for yesterday. Here's the thing that's going on. We're seeing this right over here. Russian bond values are dropping dramatically, and as a result, these margin calls are becoming more and more prominent. So the reason that's happening is because of institutional investors that are putting all this money into the bonds, and when the bonds become worthless, it's very hard for them to keep up with margin. So because they can't keep up, what's going to happen is it's harder for them to meet the requirements, so they start to push these prices up. So that's playing a role in seeing the markets see all this green. NIO in turn, it did end up a little bit in the red, but it tends to run very similar to a lot of other stocks out there that are heavily shorted, because NIO is very manipulated. Now, going into the future, guys, we also have the inflation rate that's kind of high, causing the Fed to raise rates. So when the Fed raises rates, I anticipate a 0.25% hike. That's about a 25 basis point hike. That's what I anticipate. So after that happens, I don't necessarily think it's going to tank the market. I think we may see a tiny drop, but it's basically priced in, guys. It really looks like it's priced in. And going forward, I don't see too many bearish catalysts that'll keep companies like NIO down. I think NIO really wants to run. It found its bottom already. The lowest I can see this thing going is $18. And after that, I see a lot of green coming out into the future. Because look at this, guys. The SEC is becoming stricter. They're looking at the malpractices, they're looking at what the shorts have been doing, and it does appear that they're taking a position and really making a change. Now, I can't guarantee it's going to happen overnight, but we do have, pieces of news like Elon Musk really helping these companies make the changes, because he announced that he is working on a lawsuit against the SEC. Now, I'm going to actually make another video about that and release a lot more details, but I just see it as very good news. Now, to end the video and talk about where I see NIO's share price going for Monday, this is what I think is going to happen. Now, NIO did get a sell signal, but it does appear to be curling up from here on out. I think we found our bottom at 1848, and I think since then we're going to see a very spring-like reversal, and we're going to continue to run to the upside. Now, I think we're going to end up testing the 30 EMA as resistance, so we should be in the $22 range perhaps by Monday. Now, it does depend on the Ukrainian situation, but that's what I believe is the most probable outcome, because if we look at other indicators, like the MACD, the RSI, and the DMI. Let me just quickly bring these up for you guys. Look at this right here. I'm looking at the 2-hour candles. You could see that there was a downward trend that started right over here on the 18th. We've been dropping since then. But what's happening is we're starting to see signs of us curling in the opposite direction. And then we're seeing the RSI slowly start to get up. So that's a pretty good sign. I think NIO is going to slowly start to rise up. It's not going to be as fast as some other companies, but it's still coming, guys. You have to remember something. NIO's share price is very manipulated. These shorts have been destroying it. They've been doing all sorts of crazy things. They've been perhaps using short ladder attacks. They've been perhaps doing all sorts of malice practices to bring the share price down. When we have what's happening in Ukraine, what's happening in Russia, when we see these bonds become worthless, it's going to become harder for them. We're going to see the SEC get involved too. We see the DOJ now investigating these short sellers. It's getting better, guys. The situation's getting better. So I don't see a bear market. In fact, I see us recovering from this bear market that we have been in for the short term. I see a bull market coming relatively soon. And when it comes to NIO's fundamentals, they're improving when it comes to their ability to produce more cars. On top of that, we're seeing things like this come out on their Twitter page that makes me very, very excited. NIO talked about how hashtag NIO Power Charger provides fast, smart, and reliable charging services for both NIO and non-NIO new energy vehicles in public charging scenarios. Once again, very, very good because you don't have to just replace your battery with a NIO car. You could charge it too. I find that very convenient and very, very cool. And I can't wait for what the future holds. But, anyways, that's basically what I have for this one, guys. I know that the market could go either way because of the current market situation, because of what's going on in the world. But I find it more probable that NIO is going to run to the upside and NIO is going to make some very bullish moves going forward. That's what I believe is going to happen. I'm still very bullish for this company and I can't wait for what the future holds. My prediction is to see NIO in the $22 range for Monday. I also think that in the upcoming months, we're probably going to see more sideways action before we really start to run once we start to see the changes from the SEC, once the interest rates are done being hiked and the market starts to turn around. Because I see a lot of big moves coming, guys. And I told you guys, I still think that NIO is going to gain a lot of momentum from many squeezes. Maybe even it in itself could squeeze based off its high short interest. That's just what I think is happening. I'm very bullish for the long term based off its fundamentals, and nothing has changed. Anyways, thank you all for listening. Have a fantastic, fantastic rest of the day. In fact, it's the weekend, right? It's the weekend. So I really hope you guys just sit back, you relax, you enjoy the weekend with your families, with your friends, and you just don't worry. Don't worry about where share prices are right now. I know there's a lot of turmoil in the world. Just remain zen and don't let all this noise bother your life. That's what I have for this one. Thank you for listening. Have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you guys on the next one. NIO to the moon, and peace out.